What is going on, guys? Welcome to the Wrestling Empire 12Y2 podcast, and I'm here presenting the Wrestlemania Night 1 post-show review. Now, there's a lot of things that happened tonight. There's a lot of things I actually enjoy. There's a lot of things that actually make me scratch my head. But nevertheless, I enjoyed this WrestleMania. But I doubt this will beat Night 2 WrestleMania. So before we get into it, let's go over the match card that we had tonight on the show. We also knew that there was a 40-minute delay, so they didn't know what to do. So they had certain superstars go out there and do promos backstage to pass time because there was a weather delay, and they wanted to make sure everything was situated. So further ado, let's get straight into the main card. Let's get straight into the match card. Okay, so we pretty had some good, decent matches tonight. We had Bobby Lashley, the WWE Champion, taking on Drew McIntyre. We got Sasha Banks, the SmackDown's Women's Champion, taking on Bianca Belair. We got a tag team match action. We got Bad Bunny, Damian Priest versus The Miz and John Morrison. We got another tag team match action. We got the New Day, the Raw's tag team champion, taking on AJ Styles and Omis. We got Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. We got Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. And then we got a tag team turmoil for the one contenders match for night 2. We got Naomi, Lana taking on Danny Brooke. Manny Rose taking on Liv Morgan. Ruby Wyatt, the Wyatt Squad, taking on Natalya and Tamina, taking on Carmella and Billie Kay. So those are the matches for tonight, for night 1 in WrestleMania. So we just gonna get straight into it. How I feel about it, what I rated, was it a good match, was this the right move, and such and such. So let's get into it. Okay, so Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley for the WWE Championship is opening up the show. Now, I don't really have much to say about this. This was an okay match. It wasn't the best WWE Championship match, but it was good for what they showed on tonight for WrestleMania. Well, for night 1. Now, Drew McIntyre did get most of the offense. He tries to do Claymore. Bobby Lashley counters it most of the times. He did get 3 future shots on Bobby Lashley, but it wasn't enough. He tries to go for the Claymore. MVP yells out something, distracts Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, what I thought was going to go for the spirit, but he throws him in the corner and then puts him in the hurt lock. Bobby Lashley gets out. Drew McIntyre, he gets out of the hurt lock, but Bobby Lashley puts Drew McIntyre back into the hurt lock, which makes the referee ends the match with a referee stoppage. So that means Bobby Lashley is still the WWE Champion. No, they both looked good in this match. Like I said, I don't really have nothing much to say about it. It was a good match. Hopefully we want to see what's next for Bobby Lashley, but that was a good match. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is Vince McMahon actually opened up the show, welcoming the fans back into the show, saying he's grateful to have them back. Just setting up the show, letting the fans know that WrestleMania is back. So that's what actually opened up. Okay, so this is the tag team turmoil one contenders match. I don't know why they didn't just put this on Friday Night SmackDown and put the 8-man tag team for the SmackDown's championship on WrestleMania. I honestly don't know why. I'm not going to say much. Tamina and Talia beats. They just won this match. We have Liv Morgan and Ruby Wyatt, the Wyatt Squad, looking real strong into the end. with Natalia and Tamina beast them. I don't know why they just didn't give it to Wine Squad, but I knew this was kind of gonna be predictable since they kind of booked them kind of strong. They looked dominated, so I'm not really mad about it, but at the same time I'm kind of disappointed because we know the White Squad has so much potential, but do we really see them beating Nia Jax and Shannon Blazer? Now we got another thing we got to think about is this: these both teams are heels. Nia Jax and Shannon Blazer are heels as well. Tamina and Natalia are heels too. So like, what does that mean? Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Now this is one of my favorite matches of the night. It was my favorite matches of that night so far. Honestly, I don't think any other match topped this. I would say Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair was coming close too. But Cesaro and Seth Rollins had a great professional pro wrestling match. All the counters from the stomp to the uppercut, the neutralizer into the pedigree. It was just so much going on. I actually like it. What surprises me is that nobody really captures those counters, and I'm guessing they probably thought it was a botch. But I don't really look at it as a botch. I look at it as it's good counters, and I hope that they really talk about Cesaro because I like how they showcase him on his singles match at Wrestlemania. Now, I really do hope they push him because he is really talented and he is too good to be just sitting in the back. And like I said, Cesaro has done a phenomenal job. Seth Rollins as well, he done a great job as well. He has did a corkscrew splash on Cesaro, and I'm pretty sure that nobody has ever done that as well. We got him doing the super suplex, Falcon era on Cesaro as well. Cesaro counters it and does the neutralizer. He does the giant swing on Seth Rollins at least 23 times. And then he set it up for the neutralizer, and that's the end of the match. So Seth Rollins lost that. And Cesaro beats Seth Rollins with the 3 count using the neutralizer. I don't understand why Seth Rollins kicked out of the first neutralizer, but it's whatever. But yeah, that was a phenomenal match. Let's get into the second match. The New Day versus AJ Styles and Almas. We doing it now before I get into this match. As the New Day come out, we got Big E presenting the introduction for their entrance, and now we knew Big E is on SmackDown, so that was a kind of special moment for them as well on WrestleMania. But nothing really much happened in this match that we haven't already seen from the New Day, AJ Styles and himself as well. But I could say that AJ Styles, he was running around trying to avoid as the New Day mocks him and laughs at him as he tries to tag Almas into the last minute while Xavier Woods was on the top rope. AJ Styles looking at Almas and realizes that he can tag him. He tags Almas in. Xavier Woods jumps as he tries to catch AJ Styles, but the tag is already made. Almas is in the ring, and now Xavier Woods is looking crazy as he's seeing the ghost or something. Now Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston is trying to take out Almas, but he's just sitting there with no impact on him. They try to get on the top rope. Almas throws him in the corner, goes for the elbow, and he's laughing at him. And then out of nowhere, AJ Styles does the phenomenal forearm off of Almas' shoulders, and then Almas does the two-handed choke slam on Kofi Kingston for the win. AJ Styles is now a Grand Slam champion. That match is okay. It wasn't really all that, but it was okay. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. Nothing really special happened here. As Braun Strowman gets to the ring, Jackson Riker and Elias starts hitting Braun with the steel chair. They attach his leg, puts him in the ring. Shane McMahon starts attacking Braun Strowman with the steel chair. Braun Strowman gets the steel chair and goes after him. They start brawling back and forth. Shane McMahon hits the coast to coast on Braun Strowman, and then Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon up on top of the cage. Elias and Jackson Ryker tries to help him. Braun Strowman rams himself into the cage. Causing everyone to fall down. Shane McMahon gets up on the cage. He gets in his little bucket and he just hits Braun Strowman with a toolbox on the head. And then all of a sudden, he starts taunting Braun Strowman as he's escaping the cage. Braun Strowman grabs Shane McMahon from the holes of the fence of the cage, and he tears the cage open, pulling Shane McMahon inside. And then he throws him off the cage, and then instead of leaving, he climbs back down to hit the power slam on him to make a statement. 1, 2, 3. Braun Strowman defeats Shane McMahon. And now to the main event, we got Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown's Women's Champion. Now, before I begin on this, I just want to shout out Sasha Banks' attire. She's looking great in that green and blue attire. Now, before the match started, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, they are enjoying the crowd. Bianca Belair, she starts crying. Sasha Banks almost cried, but she stayed in character. And she told Bianca Belair, let's go. And now as they going back and forth, this was a pretty good match. Let's start off with the basic as I wrote down. Sasha Banks was kind of smart to go after Bianca Belair's hair. And she took advantage of that most of the time. And then she went for the suicide dive. Okay, Sasha Banks goes for the suicide dive. Bianca Belair counters to piss her up. Standing on her while she's holding her up, she's walking to the stairs, showing her strength, and she throws Sasha Banks into the ring. Sasha Banks kind of no-sells it. Bianca Belair does a push-up power slam, then goes for a moonsault, but Sasha Banks grabs Bianca by her hair, and she started kicking her in the face repeatedly. Sasha Banks went for the double knees, but Bianca Belair turns it into a power slam on the ropes. Sasha Banks put Bianca Belair hair through the ring post, but Bianca Belair pulls her through, causing Sasha Banks to hit shoulders to the ring post. Sasha Banks tried to go for the double knees to cross Bianca Belair through the barricade, but Bianca Belair dodges. She gets in the ring. Bianca Belair does the studded suplex impression, running suplex. Then she went for the running standing moonsault, but Bianca Belair goes, but Sasha Banks backs away. Bianca Belair goes for a 430, but Sasha Banks puts both knees up. Sasha Banks goes for a hurricane, but Bianca Belair power bombs Sasha Banks 3 times, tries to go for another one, but Sasha Banks counters it into a face buster. Sasha Banks goes for the frog splash. Bianca Belair kicks at it too. Sasha Banks does the spinning tornado DDT off the top rope. She went from one rope to the other rope. Sasha Banks again used the Bianca Belair hair while she's doing the bank statement. And then Bianca Belair, she was struggling as she gets it, but unfortunately she does get to the rope. Sasha Banks ties Bianca Belair hair to the ropes and starts kicking her repeatedly, constantly kicks her. Bianca Belair tries to do a move while Sasha Banks was on the ropes, but kind of fails to do so. Sasha Banks tries to go for the double knees again, but Bianca Belair tries to do a move while Sasha Banks is on the top rope but fails to do so. Sasha Banks took advantage and started hitting her, then tries to go for the double knees, but Bianca Belair counters it and goes for a 430. It ends in a 2 count. Sasha Banks grabs her hair, but Bianca Belair got tired of her, so she pulls her back, grabs Sasha Banks and ripped her with her own hair. But Sasha Banks then tried to go for her finishing move, but Sasha Banks counters it and then tries to go for the bank statement. Bianca Belair counters it and hits her finishing move, and for the 3 count, 1, 2, 3. Now this match was good. I honestly did not expect more than what they did, and I actually enjoyed this match. And hopefully, but like I said, night 2 will be better than night 1. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and comment if you want to see me do a review on night 2. And thanks for watching. Until tomorrow, see you next time.